Well, that should do it. That should make me audible. But that certainly makes this broadcast less than interesting, what I've said so far, if no one could hear me. Thanks for your patience, Jessica. And if you are here and have not heard, or as always, a request to share hello and what you are grateful for. And I guess I'm grateful for patience and understanding and a non-attachment. This is not a performance. I have nothing to gain. I don't have to refund anybody's ticket prices for the poor start to this broadcast. But you might have missed me saying that I am speaking to you to a new camera today. This is the Opal, which is supposed to be a fancy webcam. I ordered it hoping that it would do something to replace the fancy Canon that I've been using. Let's see if I can see if this will work. I'm going to do a little. This is the Canon, which is the mirrorless, which got a prime lens on it. You can see like the scale of the sizing, like what shows up in the screen. Like it's just the window behind me seems so close and blurry and cool. And then this is the new Opal, and it shows so much more. It has a blurry background, but it's done with software, so it's not crisp. Because of the streaming, it's a little blurry anyway, so you might not be able to tell, but it's a fake blurred background, which sometimes makes my earrings disappear, and I'm not sure how well that will work for the archive, but I'm going to test it, because if I can do the things that I like to do through the Opal, it really will, it saves me a number of steps and some setup and some space. So I'm playing with it. So I'm grateful that it came in the mail and I'm getting to test it. And I'm, nothing gets hurt if it's not perfect. I'm just enjoying the process of trying to learn and get better instead of cursing and going, why am I not better at this after so many years of playing with technology? So let's say Opal and Canon. Hello, Canon. Hello, Opal. As you can see, much more of the background is visible in this one, so I'm not sure. I probably should do this without the hat so I can see like what my bright pink does to the camera. So that's probably a better test. Or camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Now I have it set up so it's basically the same, as close to the same angle as I could. I could also have a camera like I could do side angle. I could do 2 cameras like this. Maybe I'll do that in the future. Oh my gosh, I've got one in front of me, cameras that I could use for this broadcast. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I can do 6 angles. Like one from top of my head. Let's see, let's switch it back. There we go. That's, I think, the one we're gonna, our heavy test. This is our Opal heavy test. Okay. So if you are grateful for something, I would love to hear it. I am grateful that I got to see a friend, Alexis, yesterday, and I'm grateful that I got to see my friend Michael yesterday. Boy, I had a great conversation with him yesterday. In fact, I was even writing this morning, just things inspired by our conversation about relationships and stuff. Lisa and I have been outlining and working on a kind of a program, classwork, practices for couples communication that we are practicing and kind of collecting it for, as we find success in it, maybe something that we teach people. And so the conversation yesterday was helpful as I was, processing different relationship dynamics, and just really got my brain thinking a lot about, little pitfalls and little successes, little things at work and things like that. Good morning, Trish. Good morning. Trish is grateful for being in love. Me too. I do feel that my greatest treasure in my life is my relationship, being in love. Thank you, Ruth. Ruth says, I prefer Opal. The other filter makes me look tiny. Well, I'm definitely a big man. So thank you for that clarification. I've been really enjoying the evolution of my relationship with Lisa, from the intoxicating brilliance of brand new falling in love to the maturing depth of more anchored love based in reality. And it's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. Good full moon morning, says Joyous. Good morning. Good morning to you. And good morning, Jessica. Jessica says, I'm grateful I naturally woke up exactly at the time of this broadcast. I didn't even have an alarm. And if you're, and you even got here before the sound worked. So not only did you not have, look in the wrong place. Not only did you not have sound from your alarm, you didn't even have sound from this broadcast. You were dialed in, Jessica. Let me see if I can make this work. I'm going to try something else. Maybe I'll even put my hat back on to do this. Okay, let's see. I have gratitude for my father. I had this awareness yesterday of my gratitude for his presence. Now, I grew up like most kids, not thinking their parents were cool. Obviously that's just kind of the standard relationship between a kid and their parents is they think their parents are lame, and I was no different. But as I am now a grown man in many ways, not all, but I cross paths with many, many humans, many other men, and I am aware of different aspects of presence in people. And I notice, if someone has an ease to them or not. And I know that much of, I feel like I do have an ease to me. And it is a combination of work and role modeling. Even when I was young and insecure, I still had a little bit of sense of how to hold my body and things because I learned from my dad, who is cool. I'll admit it. Last night I had this epiphany. I was talking to Lisa and I go, man, my dad was cool. I'm never going to tell him that. But Dad, you're cool. And you have a confidence. I'll speak to my dad. Dad, you have a confidence and a self-assuredness, and you just feel at home in your body. You have treated your body well, and the way you sit and stand and move is of a man who knows himself. And so even when I was a adolescent who did not know himself, I still feel like I had a little bit better role modeling of that. Now, to be fair, I also was super self-conscious, so I I think I practiced in the mirror and I studied the way that I looked. So I tried not to be as awkward outwardly as I was inwardly. And so over time, I feel like it's less of a act, less posturing, and it is more a genuine resonance and vibration of actual comfort, who I am. But I don't think I would have been at this state without such a cool fucking dad. So, thanks, Dad. I'm grateful for you. And what are you grateful for if you are here? Joyous is also grateful for love and building such a strong, special connection, and grateful for the patience in the process. Beautiful. You know, I was it last night that I saw the moon setting or rising? Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm glad that Joyous alerted me to that. It was big and beautiful. I'm so grateful that it's sweater weather. Look at this, I'm wearing a jacket. I got a hat on. Oh, a week ago, this would have just made my skin hurt just thinking about putting a hat on. And now I'm wearing layers. Yay, yay. Now, does that make it harder to wake up in the morning with a cold house? Okay, pros and cons. Pros and cons. Well, I think we're going to do a gratitude hug shortly. Or a hug, could be gratitude or not. But I want to thank you for being a part of this gratitude practice and remind you, if you're not convinced, of how significant it is that if we are going to participate in a world where we have access to unlimited information, and so much of that information is news of things that are frustrating or terrible or injustice, and there's just so much news of suffering because there's so much of that in the world. But it's the suffering that we have access to is far more than our physical lives. And so if we're going to access these digital tools and expose ourselves to millions and billions of humans worth of suffering, then to stay sane, we have to practice gratitude so that we make space in the agenda of our attention for good stuff. If you just let the agenda be filled by the news, it is grim. So you have to be disciplined and go, oh, I am grateful for that conversation I had yesterday and that ability to drop in with that person. Oh, I'm grateful for this coffee. In fact, I'm grateful for this coffee cup. I'm grateful for my sheets. I'm grateful for a washing machine inside my home. I am grateful for my safe return of my family. I'm grateful for a conversation with my brother yesterday. I'm grateful for my nephews growing into young humans. I'm grateful for Asher and his laugh. I'm grateful for a video I just saw of Asher as a littler boy, and how much joy that brought me and how grateful I am that I got to be a little part of his life as he has been growing up. I'm grateful for a visit coming up with Asher in December. Etc., etc. There, now the agenda has got lots to celebrate. And I'm grateful to share a moment with you. Just like going to the gym with a friend can be easier, so is a gratitude practice. So I thank you for being here with me today. Good morning, Laura. Laura says, I'm grateful for my first grandbaby, Ocean, who came 7 weeks early. 3 pounds, 12 ounces, and was in NICU for 32 days. He is now 11 weeks old and 9 pounds. So grateful. Oh, that's beautiful, Laura. A first grandkid. Now that is, in terms of the gratitude spectrum, that is pretty tip top. Not that we're comparing, but a grandchild. Wow. Well, welcome to the world, Ocean. Laura says, also grateful for my children and being with you at this moment. Me too, Laura. Thank you. Any last gratitudes? Anyone else want to share anything they're grateful for, or even a question or a thought or a concern? A wish for the day for the rest of us? I wish a beautiful Saturday for everyone and hope you have a chance to connect with someone. And if you do not have that on your agenda, let me plant the seed to send a couple texts. Send a few texts to people to just say, thinking about you. Grateful for you. Glad you're in my life. Or maybe even was thinking about blank, blank, blank today. Or go through your Facebook memories, find a picture of you with somebody else, and just copy paste it and send it to somebody. I love when I find an old picture and share it with somebody. Oh my gosh, I found some pictures yesterday. I was looking for some photos of me dressing up in Halloween for a video that I'm going to put out on Monday. And I found these pictures of me dressed up. What year did that have to be? Like 2000 maybe? Maybe 99? Maybe 2000? I don't know what I was. But maybe there's more, so I should tell this story. Okay. At some point in my late 20s, at the urging of my girlfriend at the time, I dressed up as a woman for Halloween. Side note, is that okay now? Like, I think, like, with gender dynamics as they are, I'm not sure if it would be politically correct now to dress up as a woman as a Halloween costume, in the same way that it's not okay to dress up like an Indian chief or a Chinese person. I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know. But in any case, this was a very big step in a therapeutic process for me. So my partner encouraged me to dress up, and I went full kind of as bold of makeup as I could, lip liner, frosty lipstick, and I went out to a bar with her, to a club, and I got more attention from women than I ever had in my life. Far more than I ever had dressed like a man and being a man and being myself. And I don't know if it was that women felt more like at ease or comfortable, or that they had, lesbian tendencies that felt safer because they knew I was actually a man. I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was, but I got so much attention and I felt beautiful. And after that, I dressed up in drag or as a woman. I'm not sure if I can even, I'm open to corrections. I don't understand the languaging nuances here. I used to say I dressed in drag on Halloween. I'm not sure if that is accurate, if I didn't go full RuPaul-y, but I dressed as a woman. And for the next 4 Halloweens, and I would wear makeup, like really femmy makeup, whenever it was appropriate. Or even it was a possibility that it would be like at any sort of costuming party where it might be okay. In fact, I crossed the line, went too far when there was a Mardi Gras parade in San Diego, and some burners had a float, and I went on the float dressed in drag, handing out beads. And I realized that the enthusiasm and support and love that I felt dressed as a woman on Halloween did not transfer over to a Mardi Gras parade. I did not feel that I was being accepted, and it was a little scary. That being said, I just found these photos of me dressed up in, I don't know what I was. But I still was like embracing that if I want to wear full makeup, if I can, and I'm wearing like dark foundation, I don't know exactly. It's pretty bold, long hair, gaudy makeup, and then, but I wasn't trying to look like a woman because I was also wearing no shirt and a vibrating pink fur jockstrap, which was one of my old Burning Man performances. I would hug people and ask if they wanted a dirty hug, and if they said yes, I would turn on the vibrator. So I was wearing that to go out to a party with burners, I assume. But man, I'm looking at the pictures now, and I'm like, whoa, that is a confronting look. That if someone was not okay with their own sexuality and felt a little, disturbed because of their worldview was limited, I would think I would have disturbed them. I sent copies of the pictures with my friends at the time yesterday, and I said, Venmo me $1,000 in unmarked Bitcoin, or else I'm going to publish this photo of you with me dressed like this. I don't know if I can have access to show you. I think I could show you. How many people are here? Katie is grateful the mass shooter was found last night. Now the families and communities can breathe and start to heal. Good morning, Victoria. Tamara says, I'm grateful to be with family right now. Awesome. Let me see if is it. I don't know how hard it will be to get the pick in here. I think I could do it though. If we're not in a rush, and if you got to go, you got to go. But we'll just give me. Let's see. I'll see how hard it is. Oh my gosh. This is something. I'll try it. All right. Well, while I'm doing this and finding this, if you want to try to find a little something that you're grateful for, let's go. No. It's going to be, find that. There we go. Okay. There we go. I think this is going to work. Oh, I know. I want to see the problem. Okay. Yes. Is this going to let me do this? No. Come on. This is compelling. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it's going to work. All right. There we go. Sweet. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Yes! I think we're all going to be happy about this. Maybe not. All right. Does this work? There we go. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. And if anybody's still watching and listening, you've earned to see this picture for sure. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. So there's me with that is my actual hair, and me in full makeup. Well, you can't quite see my makeup so bad in that one, but that's all right. It was not gonna go find any more, but my apologies to my friend Rufus in the photo. Although I made a threat to him that I was going to post it. And he said, I'll pay $1,000 to post it. So Rufus, guess who owes me $1,000? More gratitudes to share. Thank you. Okay. Ruth says, baby steps, not feeling my best and have already been crying, but I'm grateful for my kitchen and some muffins I made last night. Coffee is heating up. Thanks, Ruth. I love that. Just kind of finding the crumbs to savor. Wonderful. Victoria is grateful for a burner get together today. Beautiful. Stella is grateful to be leading some tours today and keeping people connected to Mother Nature. It's my contribution to humanity. Excellent. Thank you. I put a little gratitude ripple from that. Thanks, Stella. Good morning, Dick. Dick says, I'm grateful my back held up in boxing class. It was sore last week. Man, bravo for attending boxing class. I look pretty in a manly way. And I think that's maybe why I had the success with, did I freeze? I think, let's see. I think that is why I had such a good experience with when I went out and women were so forward and hitting on me, because it's like, you're manly and sexy. This gives me feelings. Jessica says, I'm looking forward to starting my morning meditation practice again after this love morning. Fantastic. It has been several days and I definitely see and feel the difference. Beautiful, Jessica. Thank you for sharing that. Ruth says, I look like Britney. Tamara is also grateful to be back home in California, my first home, and grateful that I am finally ready to come back. Thank you for sharing, Tamara. I'm going to put a video up Monday where I basically was saying that like Burning Man ruined Halloween for me, because now when it comes to Halloween, I just like the day of Halloween, I go, what Burning Man outfit should I put on? And that's why I found those pictures. But most of the pictures are just me, most of my Halloween costumes are just some wild outfit. But in most environments, it certainly qualifies as a Halloween costume. Maybe someday, probably not this year, that maybe I'll get excited to dress up like something. Although, well, I was thinking last time I bleached my hair a few weeks ago that I could certainly pull off a Ken look, but now my hair is not bleached. That being said, I certainly could bleach it again if I had a party to go to or something. Would bleaching be enough? Tamara says, I'm the same with my Burning Man outfits. Yeah. Like one of my favorite pictures ever is me with Grandpa Caleb. When I went to his retirement village, I brought like an extra fur coat and extra pink wings and some funky glasses. And we went out, and I had a pink fur coat, he had a white fur coat, and I had pink hair, he had white hair. And it was our Halloween costumes. Now, it was just Burning Man gear, but we looked awesome. All right. Anyone want to share any last gratitudes or thoughts? Again, this is the new webcam. I think it looks pretty good now that I'm kind of, at least from a streaming perspective, it looks great. When I look at the archive, I'll have to decide if it's a replacement for the mirrorless Canon. Because certainly the high quality archive is not as good. But I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the way it's looking via stream. Feel free to contradict me or tell me otherwise. Oh, like it looks a little blurry on YouTube right now. It looks nice on Facebook, but then again, my perspective is so different. It's not. I don't always see what you see. Do you see what I see? Okay, I've lost the thread, but it's tied to gratitude. So I'm grateful that you're here, and wherever you are, why don't we give ourselves a big squeeze? Feel gratitude for this time together. Feel gratitude amplified. Feel gratitude for the safety in this moment. And for the crumbs, the little crumbs that nourish us and remind us of all the goodness. Let's remember that we are together and we can shine this light as we go through the world today on behalf of one another, fellow love ambassadors. So take a deep breath in. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and you, thanks for being here for this Hug Nation Love Morning. I love you. Happy Saturday. Woo! Stella sharing that I could see women really complimenting you in that look because women dress for each other to begin with, not consciously, but we always wind up complimenting each other on all of our details more than men do. I don't think most men notice the women's details as much as we notice about each other. I think that's probably right. Happy Saturday. Love you.